Welcome to Deuce and Dom Podcast. I'm your host, Deuce. Alongside me is
Dom Blake, and we are back with another episode of the Deuce and Dom Podcast. We have a special guest today.
Another guest.
He's been a good friend of mine since a long time, since we were all really young, you know what I mean?
Friend of mine too.
Of course.
Man.
Hell yeah, shout out to Map. So, I'm going to pull up a Bene's credentials real quick. Financial guru, professional outsider, hoop knower, a Bene Charles, a.k.a. AC Paper Stacks. Welcome to Deuce and Dom Podcast, you know what I mean?
Curly head
Happy to be
assassin.
here, man. Happy to be here. Been fan of the pod since the origin.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Famous Laker lover.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a huge Lakers fan. He's a
team.
Ravens fan too. So it's been a week since we all came in together, but we're gonna talk about basketball today first. Deuce, what are we talking about specifically in the NBA?
We're gonna address some rumblings. Some themes are going on in season this time of the year. The Bucks, they're not looking too good right now.
1-4.
Yeah, Giannis, Dame. Dame's not looking like Dame anymore right now, at least. I saw yesterday he went like 1 for 11 or something from the field.
1 for 12.
And apparently Giannis is being frustrated. I heard some rumblings about like maybe a year ago or like during this offseason that Giannis may, if the Bucks don't do well, that he may be looking for elsewhere, at least testing free agency. So it was really interesting to see how this year started out, to see how the things will go, to see how Giannis will get frustrated and to see how the Bucks will be playing all together. I'm a little surprised because I thought with the full off season and Giannis and Dame both playing together that they would have a little bit more chemistry and just the team will flow better, especially on offense with two of those offensive juggernauts they got there.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you guys feel about how they've been playing so far.
There was reports came out at the start of the season that Dame and Giannis didn't practice together all off season.
Really?
So
They were hurt?
They just didn't hang out with each other. They just didn't practice together.
So why was Giannis so hyped to get Dame on his team if you're not going to spend the whole entire offseason with him?
Yeah.
Last offseason, I think it was the start of last offseason or the start of last season. It was some point last year. Giannis came out and he was basically, a reporter asked him, "Hey, how do you feel about like the Bucks?" He said, "I'm a winner. I want to go where I could win, whether that's here or somewhere else." Which is basically him saying, "I might want out. I just want like you guys got to make some changes."
They're very wishy-washy.
Yeah.
So they started off great, and then they started just making errant changes. They went and
the
traded
coaching.
for Dame. I don't even want to.
Yeah. It's insane that you mentioned coach. Because on our way here, me and Bene, we talked about how Doc Rivers. I think his name might outlive his coaching ability just a little bit. Because it doesn't seem like his players are like really satisfied with his coaching or really buying in. They are 1-4. I want to ask you guys. Middleton is still out, and there's been like no real timetable with him. He was supposed to come back the opener, and he's still not ready. Do you guys think when Middleton comes back, like things could change maybe?
Yes, I mean, but they gotta face the Celtics. They got the East is stacked. They gotta face the Knicks.
I would say
Miami even.
Philly every other game.
Yeah.
Depends if they stay healthy, man.
If we got the Bucks, I'm liking that match right there. But I would say Doc Rivers probably hasn't been the same since he was on the Celtics. You check his tenure with the Clippers, and even now I don't know if he's been in any other team since then. But like it doesn't seem like the players that he's coaching are buying into his system or his way of play like Boston had. I don't know if it's just because of winning. Go.
I think I'm going to put my finger to a specific series, the bubble. When Dallas beat the Clippers. Didn't the Clippers have like a 3-1 lead or something like that, I believe? Anyway, they blew a tremendous lead, and a huge part of it was because I remember at the time, the Clippers' big man was Montrezl Harrell, and who was that big white dude? What's his name?
Big Zoo?
Yeah, what's his... No. He's like 7... Zubac, yep.
And
he was... I remember the Mavericks... He's a Laker now. But,
no, he was drafted by the Lakers.
Okay. Yeah. So, I remember, though, what was going on was later on in the series, Dallas, they kept getting rebounds over the Clippers, and Doc just refused to put in Zubac because Montrez is 6'8". He's a great rebounder, but he was just not defending the post well, getting rebounds. And so I noticed, like, at that series, I started to notice, I was like, Doc doesn't really make adjustments in game very much, and it's an issue. But I don't think that's necessarily like why Milwaukee's losing. I didn't know that about Dame and Giannis not really practicing this offseason. That's not necessarily a good sign, you know, because I would think they'd want to, you know, get back on the right track, you know, and really do something, especially with the disappointment that last season brought. So, yeah.
Also, to piggyback off the question you asked about Middleton, I think it will help Giannis because obviously they played together so long. Their chemistry is going to be probably, as long as Middleton is relatively healthy, he should be fine in that system. But Dame hasn't played with him. You know, like, I don't know how their chemistry is going to be. And as far as the team, I don't think Middleton coming back is going to, like, change the whole team around, you know.
Right.
I think coaching has a lot to do with it, obviously, especially since it's new coaching. It's probably a new system of offense. And Dame's only been there for a year. And plus, Giannis was out during the whole playoffs. So it's kind of like, I want to say like the Clippers. Like, you know how their two top stars can't get on the court together and stay on the court together. Obviously, they haven't been together as long as Kawhi and Paul George are playing together.
So,
but
sorry. When Middleton comes back, he's just going to play the Taurean Prince role. He's just going to be a corner guy shooting.
Taurean Prince?
How they're using him. They're initiating the offense through Giannis.
So you're saying that Dame's taking those shots away?
No, so
This
is how they're playing the offense. They have Giannis initiating, Dame playing off ball, and 3 shooters on the wing. One of those shooters is Taurean Prince. They're just gonna pull out Taurean Prince and have Chris Middleton sit in the corner.
I mean, that helps a lot.
Not gonna like have the ball and be like isolating like he was in the playoffs last year. He's just gonna be another corner guy.
I don't think Taurean Prince has gotten any better in the past 3 years.
I don't think.
I'll hold my tongue on Taurean.
I won't. I'm a Nets fan.
Another Laker.
He stunk it up in our
Taurean
series,
Prince.
man. I'm not.
I kind of always confuse Taurean Prince and like Tony Snell together. I don't know why.
Tony Snell been playing in Milwaukee and Chicago forever. So
I forgot he was on Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Remember the 0-0 stat line?
Yeah, that's
bro.
28
Hey,
minutes,
man,
bro.
you don't know what kind of defense.
Man.
Here's my thing about that stat line, though. You don't know what type of defense that dude was playing.
Nah, but
a whole lot of cardio.
No shot attempts, no turnovers.
Oh, he didn't have any shot attempts. I didn't know that.
He was just out there. He was just out there, man.
Hey,
That's
man.
crazy.
I had a few stat lines like that in my younger days, too, so I won't laugh too hard.
He's in the NBA, my guy.
Yeah. But anyways, no, I want to ask this real quick about Milwaukee. Do you guys think it'd be in their best interest to make a trade to make their team better, or do you think they should just...
Who are they trading for?
Sorry, can I say one thing before we
move
on
of
to
course.
Tony Snell? He was like the first guy openly on the spectrum in the NBA.
Oh, I didn't know
guy,
that.
is great for the community.
Thank God I didn't go hard on him.
He's a great guy, but that stat line
What do you mean by
is
great
crazy.
for the community?
Because he like puts on for that community.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Representation.
Yeah.
dude.
I got you,
Come on now.
All right.
So we talking about the Clippers
Bucks. Oh yeah, we can get the Clippers. Kawhi.
Yeah.
Get the Kawhi.
What's new? How's this news? Like he's just injured again.
Like, if you guys don't remember, about maybe 10 episodes ago, I asked a question, and I was like, "Does anybody think Kawhi is going to retire soon?"
Yeah, that's a great. That was.
Yeah,
you did say that.
Did age gracefully. It seems like.
Unfortunately.
I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to play basketball and keep collecting checks and not playing. I don't know. Who's the owner for the Clippers now?
Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer.
He throws a lot of money in that organization.
He just built the
new
dome,
stadium,
the Intuit Dome. It's crazy.
People are paying their hard-earned money to not see their star player play. Every single year. So, now I don't even want to joke about it, but like he's.
The thing is, like, he's actually hurt though. Like, I don't think he's faking it. He's actually like hurt. It just sucks.
But like,
it is a shame.
Hurt to the point.
He's awesome to watch.
If he's that hurt, then like, why? Like I don't know. Like I'm not. Obviously, it's not his fault that people keep signing him these contracts. But like
Yeah, I mean,
if he's not going to play at all,
he does put the effort in. He manages it. It's just he's an injury-prone guy. I would have wanted him on my team.
Yeah, of course. Because, like, how could you give up assets for a guy that doesn't play, you know?
The thing is...
Yeah, he's awesome when he does play, though. But it's just, I mean, it's been years now where he just can't consistently find the court.
That's not something that's out of his control, but I do think his value is kind of inflated because of how good he is when he is healthy.
The thing is, though, like, the best availability is availability.
Absolutely.
And if you're a leader of a team and the best player on that team if you're not going to be on the court, like,
Look at that guy.
what good are you to the team?
Tobias Harris picking up checks just because.
Tobias Harris. Hey, nah,
He's
hey,
healthy
hey,
every
hey,
day.
hold on.
He's
Hold
healthy,
on.
so he's picking up checks.
Tobias, when he's healthy, you know what I'm saying, he like, hey, Tobias be out there putting up some buckets now. He on the court. He's on the court.
He got some bad postseason performances though.
Same with like Mikal Bridges. Those guys play every game, so they get paid.
Hey, Mikel's not playing?
Hey, he's always playing, man.
I know a lot of players in a lot
He
of
has-
leagues. Shoot, we know some artists like that too, but
He had
we'll
like
get
the
into that later.
longest active game streak. Mikal Bridges.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Like
He
that.
played 82 games, like, a mad different
Like
seasons.
for like multiple years in a
Yeah.
row.
And he's Chipotle every day too, so it's
Yeah.
like that just shows like a everyday person. I mean, I don't know if you usually eat Chipotle every day. Like I wouldn't recommend it because you probably need a varied
Yeah.
diet. But
Yeah.
that's crazy though. Like you would think he'd be on like some professional athlete like
Hey.
strict type of thing.
Nah,
but
Ocho
he stay
Cinco
healthy.
say he ate McDonald's every
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I mean, Chipotle is definitely better than
That's
McDonald's. I
what
think for
I'm
health.
saying.
He just probably has insane genetics. The fact that he's not fat and eats McDonald's every day.
As a person who has a terrible diet, I would say that,
Me too.
honestly, you don't need to eat greens every day, bro. You can just,
No,
you don't need a bullshit.
no. I eat greens every day. But speaking of green, did anybody watch the Jets game last night?
I saw the Jets game. I didn't
Good.
see that.
Okay, first of all, the first quarter. No, actually, no. The first half of that game was the worst football game I ever saw, bro.
It was like 7-7, right?
Bro, they had some-
I checked in around half.
Some
Fashion,
dude.
bro.
Did you see the dude that
Yeah.
took the end around and
Oh
dropped
yeah,
the ball?
the first
Deshaun
touchdown.
Jackson.
I
Yeah,
saw
I
some-
was like, and the dude was still celebrating. I was like, yo, this dude knows he did not cross the plane right now, right? And
Yeah.
everybody's just still celebrating. I'm like, bro, there is no discipline in this team. Like, which coaches? If I was a coach on a Jets sideline, even if I was like the assistant kicking coach, like I'd be screaming like, yo, what are y'all celebrating for? That was not a touchdown, clearly. Like,
Bro, it,
oh my goodness. But they won though. But
aren't they
yeah.
like 3-6 or something?
Something.
They were like
They're
they had
3-6
2 wins
now.
yesterday. Okay, yeah.
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 So
Forget during the game. The Jets are probably one of the most disappointing teams of the season. Maybe not the most disappointing.
yeah, I would
It's-
say so.
It's giving me KD, James Harden,
Nah.
Kyrie vibes.
Nah, at least that team made the playoffs.
Bro, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers,
They played-
Brees Hall.
What we can say about recent history, though, is those two guys, they played really well yesterday.
Oh, Garrett Wilson,
Um,
Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
The Texans, though, yo, speaking of CJ Stroud, has no help right now.
Free Garrett Wilson.
Free Garrett Wilson? Yeah, now free everybody.
Oh, y'all saw the catch?
Oh,
Yeah, that catch was
We have to
insane.
talk about the catch.
That might be the
Yeah.
NFL catch of the year.
So
There's been
far,
some crazy
definitely.
college catches, but like NFL catches, that was OD.
Go like that?
They're saying that's better than the OBJ catch.
So
I don't know about all that. But
I don't know if
I'm not gonna
also-
say it is because it was pass interference and against the freaking Cowboys.
Yeah, exactly. He got. It was against. The pass interference was against him, too.
Yeah.
That Odell was generational.
But the fact that he was able to get the shin of his knee down in bounds and catch the ball with one hand, like that's an amazing catch right there. That probably I would say shifted the momentum of the game because at that point I'm pretty sure it was like 10-7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texans Jets.
My thing is this, though. I know the Texans' defense is very good. But CJ Stroud, bro, they need Nico Collins back badly, especially after Diggs went down with that torn ACL. Because, I mean, their offensive line, first of all, statistically is really bad, and from the eyes, they can't block anything, it seems.
Mhm.
Mixon, like, they could run block okay from the, especially on the outside, because Mixon gets carries, like, and gets yards like that. And even though they're running the ball successfully, like, the lack of separation from their receivers with these injuries, it's glaring. So it's like, the Texans might want to make a trade for a receiver at the deadline. I know the Ravens did. We got the Deontay Johnson, which is going to be interesting the way that goes. But I think the Texans need to do that too because Stroud needs help right now. I mean, if you're going to have like bad receivers, at least have good blockers to give them time. But they have neither. So it's like, you need some help.
They're still sitting on Tank Dell. Tank Dell's
Right.
a
Yes.
beast.
But he's not a number one receiver. Like if you put a number one corner in him, he's probably not going to be that productive. But if you got him at number 2, oh sure, But
Yeah, I think they kind of have to ride ship for now. I don't see. They have weapons. I know Nico's out right now, but when he comes back, Nico Tank Dell, I would say, is at least a good enough receiving core. Plus, they have Dalton Schultz. They got him from Dallas last year. He's pretty good.
yeah.
And Joe Mixon's running like he's looking really good out there. He came back from injury. He's putting up numbers every week, but they can't block anything. They can't block anything, even with those players. So if they don't have good offensive line play, CJ Stroud isn't a scrambler. He's not a person who's going to go out there and make stem plays with his legs every play. So he needs offensive line. He's like more the Tom Brady-esque type.
I don't know. He's a scrambler
He
though.
was
Like
running his butt off.
Yesterday he was, but
nah,
he's not escaped the pocket like he's gonna
Nah, he
shut
can.
off defenders. You know, the defensive
not
line.
I think so. He's not gonna rack up.
Daniels, yeah.
No, he's not gonna. I gotta correct you though, because he doesn't rack up a lot of rushing yards, but he does scramble and like make plays with his legs and runs outside. Because he was definitely doing that. The 2 games last year against the Ravens, he was doing that. And from what I saw yesterday, he was. You know, I'm just saying that's 2 games. So that's 3. I've seen him about 3 or 4 games. But you know, in terms of that being said, it's cool and whatnot. You know what I mean? But when you can't beat the Jets, you got a problem.
So
I'm just no jokes. All jokes aside, you know.
look how far that receiving core of Nico Collins and Tank Dell took them last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think if Nico Collins comes back, they'll be fine.
If he's fully healthy, they should be fine.
They just have to
100%.
make the playoffs.
For sure. Their defense is excellent, by the way. They don't get a lot of coverage at all, but their defense.
Who's
Tex-
next division? The Bengals.
Nah, the Texans got the the Texans got the Titans, Colts, and Jags.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. No, I don't
That's
see
a
anybody
bad
competing with
division.
them.
That's
yeah.
a bad division.
They're already 6.
They should probably be the favorites in that division still.
Yeah,
For sure.
Because Colts just benched Anthony Richardson, so we got Joe Flacco back.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about that real
Talk
quick.
about that?
Do you guys think they
Oh.
benched Anthony Richardson too early?
Yes. No. I don't know. The thing is, he's not playing well, but I feel like Joe Flacco's gonna go out there and probably like throw the ball better, but I don't think it really makes too much of a difference. So obviously Joe Flacco's not gonna be there long term. He's gonna be out of the league probably in a couple years.
Right.
So really, you're just staving the ship to save face for the season. I think. You know, you guys heard that quote that Anthony Richardson put out like the other day. He said he was tired.
Yeah.
Everybody
that
was
one.
killing him for it. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't say that.
yeah, it's
You can't say
yeah. Hearing what everyone's saying, I get their point. I
Definitely.
get the point about it. It sets a bad precedent for the people, your teammates, and
Yeah.
the fans of the organization, of course.
How would he feel if he threw a pass and the receiver stopped running and he was like, "Yo, why'd you stop running?" He said, "I was tired." Like
People also have to realize he's a 22-year-old kid.
that too. Yeah, exactly.
He's like,
He's a baby.
with no real guidance.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say
Yeah.
the Colts have besides Andrew Luck. I mean, obviously they have Peyton Manning too, but right now I don't think they're in the best position to have their rookie quarterback who's not really. He's kind of unpolished, kind of like how Lamar came out of college. I would say he's
Yeah.
kind of more like that.
Because
Not for
For Lamar, I think nowadays with NFL quarterbacks, it takes them at least 6 years to get really quick in terms of the progressions, like reading defenses, making audibles at the line, and every quarterback's like that. Lamar's Jackson was no different, and
coaching matters.
with
too.
these young quarterbacks, it's the exact same type of thing. I think because he was struggling so much, I think that the team doesn't want to waste a season. There's a lot of players there that want to have the best season possible. Joe Flacco's not a bad quarterback, so it's not like they're benching him for a guy
course not.
that's
He's a
really
veteran.
successful. But what I will say though is I didn't really know what to make at first of the tire thing. It seemed a little crazy. But then when I saw the way ESPN analysts were, especially the
Yeah.
ones that were former players, reacted to it, I was like, all right, I could see how maybe he might have lost the locker room with that or through his play and whatnot. But I think it's good. But it's not I don't think this means they're gonna get rid of Anthony Richardson. I think he's still definitely the long term future. Plan. He's physically gifted and he's a raw prospect and we just gotta let him develop and see what happens.
But
Yeah.
all these
Right.
NFL owners or coaches are expecting these new quarterbacks, raw out of college quarterbacks, to come in and play like Peyton Manning.
1000%.
Like
Even Peyton Manning threw 26 picks his first year.
yeah, majority of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, or majority of quarterbacks that succeeded were in the league, spent a lot of time on the bench. I think the coaches just need to make a decision and stick with it.
For sure.
Like, why are we trying to save face on the Colts when we started losing already?
Yeah.
Do the Colts have Super Bowl hopes?
No, they don't.
I love Joe
They
Flacco,
play.
but I don't see a Super Bowl out of that.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say to harp back a little bit on the point we kind of made a couple minutes ago. Coaching really matters. I was gonna say with Lamar, he has the Harbaugh little connection going there, and I don't even who's coach for Colts.
Shane Steichen or something like that. Shane Steichen, I think is his name.
Okay.
But
I don't watch a lot of Colts football.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, I don't really think.
Midwest football. not even like KC and But I think we got to wrap it up though, just to make room for the next episode. We appreciate Bene for coming through for this episode. We got one more coming up for y'all. Stick with us.
Thanks
Do
for
some
having
Dom
me,
family.
guys.
We love y'all. Of
Yeah,
course, of course.
Love you guys.
You ain't going anywhere. So next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Like, subscribe.